Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play the Ninja Warriors, the US edition. We are now on the final stretch of the game. We don't have that much farther to go, so we might as well just go ahead and get this over with. I want to make sure I don't lose my blaster energy here. So let's try to beat that guy up that was trying to kick me there, or punch me there, whatever it is he was doing, before I lose my blaster power, but thankfully I was able to do just that. Also, the gun guys now show up in white, which is really cool. Really blends into the scenery to some extent, but you can still kind of see them. And I got shoulder rammed by that guy, great. Alright, we took care of both of those guys at the same time. And as soon as you get past that first wave of enemies, you're gonna have to deal with the missiles again. Not fun. And of course you also have a robot that gets in your way too, which is also very annoying. I'm gonna try to do whatever damage I can. And also try not to get hit by those missiles too. Once again, the missiles work on the enemies very well. And they can be used to, well, do a lot of damage in case you can't get to them. I'm still running into a lot of missiles, but after that second salvo of enemies, we don't have to deal with them anymore, which is a good thing, I suppose. But now we have to deal with even more enemies once we get to this wall. And I'm getting thrown around and having a laser burn into me for no real reason at all. This is not looking good for me at all, whatsoever. Really starting to hate these guys. But at least we have fodder now. So we have an endless supply of enemies to throw into other enemies. Once we beat up a few of the enemies up around here. And after that, we are pretty much on our way. I should be able to get some energy back at the end of this, I think. I should be able to. Yes, I am. Let's go ahead and grab that energy. And then pit these guys with the blaster combo. There we go. I'm going to concentrate a lot on the second half of the game. Because it just gets that much harder. And you really have to buckle down here just to make sure you don't take a lot of unnecessary damage. Because you only have one life. And continuing will basically make this a pain in the butt. Even though you have infinite continues. And now you have these aliens that show up as new enemies in stages 7 and 8. When they change color and become purple with red hair, they become harder to grab and throw. And the aliens have pretty nifty attacks. This is the ability to just karate chop you with a little knife edge chop. They can also double back and then do this really weird sliding low kick, which can instantly knock you down and take out all of your blaster power if your blaster meter is below full. That's pretty much all you need to know about the alien enemies, really. I cannot speak to save my life. I almost said enemy aliens, but that would kind of mean the same thing? Maybe? Alright. There was a gas can there, but I was able to use it to my advantage. And now we just got these two to deal with. There we go. I like how you get on lifts and elevators just to get from one place to another, and it actually looks kind of cool. And I wanted to use that gas canister, but unfortunately, I wanted to get the energy first. And that guy almost took me out. Almost got rid of all my blaster energy, but I was able to get some shots in right there. And that guy is down. They make this really weird sound when you finally finish him off, which is kind of cool. Ooh? Almost reminds me of some of the Spyro games. And now we got another elevator, but before we can ride it, we have to fight some more enemies again. Once we fight the 3 guys that are in here, we automatically make it to the boss. Almost. We still have the enemies here to deal with too, and if I could stop getting knocked back like an idiot, that would be very helpful. There we go. Now we're fighting the boss. But this is a pretty small lift. How are we gonna fight this guy? Well, he knocks the lift all the way down, and then you have to fight him from there. Once again, you want to be very careful here. Use your dash kick, throw enemies into him. Use your blaster, use throws. Throw other enemies into him. I can't believe I let that happen. Oh yeah, that was satisfactory. Managed to get a atomic drop on him. Let me see if I can use a bomb here real quick. It would help with the crowd control there. And there we go. I had a lot of trouble with him the first time I played through this, and to be honest, once you know how to go all out with enemies, the second half of the game is not really that bad, and that boss ends up being the easiest of the second half out of the first 7 stages. And now we're starting on stage 8. We go either left or we can go right. I'm going to go right. The 2 roads aren't that different, to be honest. You're still gonna fight mostly the same enemies. And I took out that first salvo of enemies already. That was neat. And now we're going over here. Might as well go ahead and use the blaster power up on the enemies here. Then keep on with the atomic drop. I said keep on going with the atomic drop. That'll work too. And now we got some more fodder. Probably the last time in the game that we'll see said fodder. Now we got 2 more of the big Shogun-like guys to take out as we fight off all the fodder here. Let's see how quickly I can beat up these claw guys. Well, they're all gone. I forgot to mention that the fire guys, the fire breathers, can teleport too. We saw him do that in stage 7, but I didn't even mention that. And I had no idea I did a whole lot of damage to that robot. Thankfully, we were able to make quick work of him. And I wanted to hit that guy, but unfortunately he got the jump kick on me, so I'm going to have to get that blaster power up energy all over again. And I was trying to grab that guy too. Now we got these guys narrowed down a little bit. So let's go ahead and get over here to this room. And fight off some more enemies. Really like the jet in the background here. Really adds character to this background. I'm not talking a whole lot because I really want to concentrate on this part, as you can see. There's just a lot of tough enemies in this area. You rarely see the fodder once you get into the second half of the game. And I'm gonna throw this box into this guy so that way I can get that full energy pickup there. Go ahead and use a blaster on that. And, well, that went miserably. I'm trying to grab a guy and I can't do it. What I want to do is take everybody to one side there. And if I had my blaster power up at the ready, already maxed out and everything, it would make this a lot simpler. There we go. And of course the fire-breathing guy shows up and gets rid of it all again. Much to my chagrin. Now we got a bunch of aliens to deal with. Let's see if I can't destroy them all. Well, I guess I did. Now to toss that right into the claw guy for hitting that atomic drop there. Makes getting rid of him a lot simpler. And now it's stage 1 guy again. Great. Let's go ahead and try to get this guy to one side here. And I was trying to grab a guy and I couldn't do it. Great. I'm going to freak... Oh, no. Now I am. Beautiful. I actually died in the middle of a stage. I told you guys it was going to get hard. So let's see if I can't continue. Yes, I can. I should be able to. I have infinite continues after all. And where is this going to take me? Does it take me back to the start? No, it just takes me back to the start of here. I thought it just took me back to the start altogether. Alright, let's get everybody to one side. Try not to get shot for one. I can't believe this. And now let's go ahead and take care of these two guys. There we go. Now we got everybody on one side. We got everyone on the same page. Now I can just go ahead and finish him off. Now this guy is doing some crouch kicks. Why is everybody being a jerk to me today? Well, I'll show him. Go ahead and grab this. Send it right into him. Get all that health again. And just keep atomic dropping him. Might as well just go ahead and just use the bomb and then get over here, throw the robot over to this side. Just do it that way. And now he's gonna throw me. I wasn't having this much trouble at all during the practice run, so I don't know why I'm having this kind of trouble now. I shouldn't be. Well, at least he's dead. But now he's low-kicked me. Can I just recover for a brief moment? Oh my gosh, game. I cannot even recover for one brief moment. Now I'm gonna have an even harder time getting through this stage. I shouldn't. Now I just need to take care of this guy. Not happy with how this went at all. Now I need to get past this part again. Can I not grab him? There we go! Now at least I don't have to worry about dying on that part. And there's Banglar, who I supposedly called Mulk in the last video, which I should not have done. Which was not my intention. Grab it! I said grab it, not grab it, and then immediately be grabbed. You're all getting blaster just for that. Just for my salt. Oh. I thought at least one of them was still alive. But now we have the final boss battle against Banglar. You can't just jump up and hit him. Instead, you have to send enemies into him, breaking the glass that is protecting him. That is the only way to defeat him. Now those little things there, those little openings in the ceiling there, actually shoot at lasers. It's always middle, right, and then left before he shoots at all three at once. And I'm having a hard time concentrating because I'm talking and doing this at the same time. As you can see, this does not have the desired results that I want to achieve. I'm going to be using my regular throw when I'm close to Banglar. And if I'm a little further away, I'll just go ahead and use that little spinny throw there that I have. And thankfully, my throw made me invincible to those lasers. That was terrible. I was doing so well, too. Oh, and don't even bother using your bomb against Banglar, because it will not work. It will have absolutely no effect on Banglar whatsoever. Well, at least the best part about this death is that I actually have some fresh health in case I need it. Only thing is, will I be able to take advantage of it? I hope I can. Thankfully, I was. And now we should be able to take on Banglar now, with full health. Just wait for the enemies to come down, and then let the fun begin. There we go. Just keep on throwing. Try not to run into any lasers, lest you want Banglar to laugh at you. And that was not a good beginning to that match at all. But at least I was able to stay in the center when he shot off all 6 of those lasers at once. And I ran right into another one, but I'm actually doing pretty well so far. Running right into the lasers, that's pretty genius right there. And you know what, I'm just going to use the bomb there, so that way I avoid even being hit even further. If I could actually stun one of these guys and do something like that while all 6 lasers are going on at once, I think I should be good. Thankfully, these things have a lot of health, these robots. And now I should finally be able to do the final shot here. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. You know what? You guys don't deserve to see that a third time. Especially with the amount of salt that I've got going on, because I was able to do this on the first shot. So I'll join you again when I have Banglar near death. Be right back. Finally! Die! Good gravy, game! But we finally showed Banglar. Enemy is dead, and the mission is accomplished. At last, we have finally beat the American version of the Ninja Warriors. And then all of a sudden, we self-destruct. What's up with this? So the circuitry which allowed the androids to think for themselves was not done. It was just untested, and so they basically killed off all three of the characters that we used for this game. And then they perfected them. But to the people, Mulk's reign is basically just the same as Banglar's. Just have super powerful weapons and just keep everything in check. Kind of a dark ending. But there you have it. That is the end of Ninja Warriors for the Super Nintendo. Pretty good game. Definitely gets harder in the second half of the game, as I've mentioned so many times. You have a fair amount of control over what you can do with enemies. You can throw them 3 different ways. You have combos where you can blast enemies for extra damage on the last hit. A full crouching combo, a full standing combo. It's really nice. But the enemies can take you off guard at times. They can definitely catch you off guard, especially near the end. You don't really see the alien enemies that do the low slide kicks and the karate chops and everything until near the end. But it is a very challenging game nonetheless, and definitely one worth playing on the system. Not the best known game out there, but it's certainly got its charm. Music sounds great. You can kind of tell what everything is. The graphics do their job very well. I guess you could replay it again if you wanted to play it again on hard. But the main flaw, the main gripe that I have with this game, there's no 2-player mode unlike the Sega CD and arcade original. Which would have been nice. It would have been cool to fight off Banglar's forces with a friend. It would have really brought the replay value up. Especially if you had friends coming over. But sadly, that's not the case. Sadly, the game wasn't made for 2-player play, sadly. And to be honest, I kind of wish that it was. Make everything just a little bit smaller. Maybe 2 players could have fit on there. I don't know, but definitely some pretty mindless fun that you can have for like in an hour or less that you expect from Natsume. Definitely worth picking up if you like beating enemies' heads in over and over for 8 stages. And that is basically it for Let's Play the Ninja Warriors for the American Super Nintendo. because I played it the first time on the European version. And now I finally get to play this thing on the American version as intended and beat it. It did have its challenges, but it's still worth it. I can finally just put this behind me. Another Let's Play in the books. And at this point, I'm pretty much going on a tangent here. Join me next time for another Let's Play. Don't know when next time will be. Don't know when or what the next game will be. But I hope it's a good one. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later!